Most DJs at some point in their career and on their journey will want to start producing their own music or making their own DJ remixes or bootlegs. It's something that I did, and it was a tool that really allowed my sets to become unique and stand out. And in this 6-part tutorial series, I want to pass that along to you. I want this video series to inspire you to get started on this journey and to learn something new when it comes to producing your own music. Now, it's a really daunting thing is starting to produce music because there is so much software out there. It all seems really complicated and it is just a big step to take. I know a lot of DJs that will start to try and produce music, get all the equipment, but then just not know how to get past that first hurdle. In this 6-part video series, I'm going to break that down and I'm going to be using Serato Studio. Reason being is because as soon as I got onto this software, I felt right at home. It was the simplest software to get started with, and it makes it really easy for you to get some good results quickly. You can follow along with this series. The first 3 videos are all using Serato Studio, the free version, so you can just download it. You don't need to spend any money and you can follow along to make your own DJ edits, DJ intro versions, and we're going to be looking at an a cappella intro too. The second 3 videos are using the full version of Serato Studio. Now, if you sign up via the link using the code Crossfader, you get 2 months free subscription of the Serato Studio software, so you can follow along with this entire series. I'm hoping that you get inspired, that you download this software and get started, even if it's just playing around and testing out some ideas just to get the ball rolling. First video, let's take a look at the DJ intro. Serato Studio is a free piece of software to download from the link in the description to this video. When you first open the software, you'll be presented with new beat or new DJ edit. Now in this video, we're going to be focusing on the DJ edit. So I'm going to click plus here and it will open up a project in a DJ edit template format. Now this is a great layout if you're working with audio and creating things like in this video, like an intro edit. They make it really simple. As you can see, it says drop audio here. So you need to choose what song you want to work with and make more useful for your DJ sets. To access your music, if you're a Serato DJ user, you can simply access your Serato library right here, which is amazing. You can go in your crates and think, I've got a load of music here that really needs working on and creating intros or DJ edits to make them more useful in my DJ sets because I'm just struggling to mix them. There isn't much to work with. There maybe isn't much of an instrumental at the start, so you can create your own. If you don't use Serato DJ, then you can simply just drag and drop audio from your Finder or your computer or from any window on your laptop directly into the software. Now, for this particular edit, I'm going to be using this song, West 10 by AJ Tracy and Mabel. You'll notice it previews the song when I play it, click on it. Drag and drop up onto the audio panel. You'll notice now Song View appears. If I want to go back to Library View at any point, it's just this tab. And you'll notice the bottom of the software has this sort of swipe gesture back and forth between your library and the song view. As you load a song in, Serato Studio will automatically change the project's BPM to the original BPM of the song and the key to the original key of the song so that it sounds right, it's playing at the right speed and it's in the right key. Next, we want to work out what part of the song we want to ultimately loop to create the intro. If we listen to this song, there isn't much to work with at the start. If we were a DJ and mixing it, it's very short and there's a bit of vocal in there, so that could clash when we're mixing it over another vocal song. Let's have a listen.
Don't you know I'm walking away? And if you don't want me to stay, only
So already by 10 seconds, we're straight into the track. If I just go back to the start of the track with this button. Now, the next thing I need to think about is where is the instrumental? So I heard a little bit of instrumental even in this intro. If I press play again, so we've got vocal, and then here we've got some instrumental. Now, if I had this in Serato, for example, I would maybe set a loop here and maybe loop that and then jump towards the main section of the song to get into the track. But there's a lot that you have to do there when you're DJing to get that set up. So Serato Studio makes this easier. You can basically recreate that DJ edit and then export it so you don't have to set up loops, jump around using hot cues when you're mixing in the club or in your DJ sets. Now, if you do use Serato DJ, by clicking this drop down, you can access your Serato DJ cue points. If I just press that now, it will bring up any Serato cue points I have saved. Now, I've only got the cue point at the start of the song on this particular track. What we want to work on for this DJ edit is Set Endless Slicer. What this feature will do is set slicer points at these intervals throughout the track. So if I've got this set on 32 beats, it will set ultimately like a cue point throughout the track every 32 beats. Now make sure your playhead is at the start of the song. When you do this, I can just drag it back. Now simply if I click Set Endless Slicer, you'll notice it sliced the track into 8 different clips underneath. If I press any of these clips, it will play the track from that point. Clip 2. And these are different phrases in the music.
When it comes to the lyrics.
Now, the phrase that we currently have at the start is about 4 bars long, or maybe 8 bars long to get into the song. So it's not very long. And I want to create at least a 16-bar intro. So from here to here is 1 bar of music. So I need 16 of those to make this intro much more useful as a DJ. To do this, I can simply just drag clips down, but I need to make sure I find the right bit of instrumental to drag down. At the moment, I don't have any instrumental. I want this section of the music. To do that, all I need to do is to half the length of the slicer, half it again, and you'll notice now clip number 2 has come down to this instrumental section. So if I was a DJ, I might be looping this section over and over before jumping later on into the main section of the song. Now let's automate that, and let's do that in Serato Studio so we don't have to do it in our DJ software. It's as simple as clicking on a clip and dragging it down onto the timeline at the bottom. I could click on this whole audio and just delete it, so I've got a blank canvas to work with. Now clip 2. This is 8 beats long, as you can see by the slicer here above, 8 beats. So I need to drag this down once, and then if we count along, 8 beats later, I'll need to drag it down again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and pause, and let's drag it down again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, and drag it down again. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 3 lots of clip 2. I might want to alternate the loop that I've got going on and make it a bit more interesting. So I could drag down clip 1, which has the vocal. Let's have a listen. So I'm rejuggling this track around and I just drag it down. So if we listen to this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4 bars, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars, 6 bars, 7 bars, and it changes 8 bars, and then back to 1. So I need to make this twice as long, really. So I just simply repeat the process. I can drag down clip 2 again, drag it down again. You can obviously count along. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. And I'm just pressing the space bar to pause and play the song, and then drag down the clips as needed. Now, when it gets to this last part of the intro that I'm creating, I need it to jump straight into the song. So let's have a listen to the other clips. That's still part of the beginning. So this might sound quite good. It's a bar before the main section kicks in. It's got these drums, which should lead in really nicely. So clip 4, I might drag down as the last part of my intro. Now let's have a listen and count along to what we've just created. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 bars, 2, 3, 4, 3 bars, 4 bars, 5 bars, 6 bars, 7, 2, 3, 4, and 8, 2, 3, 4, repeat, 2, 3, 4, 2 bars, 3 bars, 4 bars, 5 bars, 6 bars, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, and in. So suddenly we now have a 16 bar intro. We've got 2 lots of 8 bars. So this is the first, up to here is the first 8 bars, and then up to this section are the second 8 bars. This now is much more useful to us as a DJ because we could mix this extended intro into something else and it sounds natural. It sounds like the actual song, but we weren't presented with that song when we downloaded it. We've made our own version of it, which makes it much more useful to us as a DJ. Once we've done that, all we need to do next is export the song. So it's as simple as that. Drag the clips down in the order that you want. Because we're on Endless Slicer, once we've dragged the last clip down, you'll notice the rest of the song is there. We don't need to do anything else. And then to export, all we need to do is just check on the master. We can listen to the whole song and see the whole file on master. You could skip through it and just check it sounds okay. Let's press pause and then just click export song up in the top right corner. You're presented with this export song and export master. So I want to export it as an MP3 and that's all that's available in the free version. If you unlock to the premium version, you can export it as a WAV as well. But let's just keep it as an MP3, click export. Obviously choose where you want to save it and name it. So I'm going to name this AJ Tracy featuring Mabel West 10 intro edit. And there we go. It's as simple as that. So there you can see, super quick, super simple, and super easy to make tracks that were harder to mix, now very easy to mix. The Serato Studio is free software. You can do that with lots of your music that you're struggling to mix with. You don't have to mess around with loops in your DJ software or hot cues. You can just make that edit and export it, ready to play in your next set. In the next video, we're going to be looking at beefing up this track, adding some of our own drums, and this is our first step into music production. So make sure you click on the next video, go watch it now, and keep following this free tutorial series on Serato Studio. Remember to use the code Crossfader via the link below to get 2 months free of Serato Studio Full Edition.